I say this every year, but there's always a different feel to the week, to the conference championships. There's one goal. I know you're going to ask that question, and let's put it out there right away. We're defending champions, and the goal is to come back with a trophy on the men's side and on the women's side. It's been 11 years for the women, and there's no reason why we can't come back with 2 trophies. We're excited about this opportunity. We've ironed out some of the wrinkles from the last 2 meets. Nuttycombe obviously was a lot better meet for us on both sides and than Notre Dame was. And we always say to our guys, this is you take advantage of this opportunity when you're the defending champion. The pressure's not on us. Right now, the favourites on the men's side is Purdue and Indiana right behind them. So we're certainly not about to hand over our lunchbox to someone else. You gotta come in and as defending champions, we got to show up. We understand we've been in this situation before, and it's a great opportunity, and I'm looking forward to it, and the kids are also. On the women's side, I'm sure Mike is going to tell us how she feels about her first Big Ten cross-country championship.
Right, first one. The goals for this team from the very beginning, from preseason camp, was to have a great championship portion of the season. That really starts for us on Sunday. This women's team wants to win. It's an incredible field. We've got to go through some amazing teams, but we're going to be putting our best foot forward out there to try to bring back another trophy, which will be exciting for our ladies.
Okay, questions? Todd?
Maybe if both of you can take this one, what are the 1 or 2 things that have to go right to get that trophy? Is there something you can boil it down to?
Mick, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. It's for us on the men's side, we got to have our big gun show up. Ollie Hoare had a fantastic run at the Nuttycombe meet. Olin Hacker and Ben Eidenschenk are number 2 and 3, arguably. Didn't have such a great run. They've struggled a little bit. And as I just said, we've kind of worked on some things over the last couple of weeks. They're good athletes. Ben was 4th last year at the conference meet. Olin struggled, but then Olin had a great regional and national meet. So it's a head-to-head competition. It's very unlike the Nuttycombe meet. You're going to see your competitors. They're right there. We know who the big guns are. We know who the main players are from each team, and that's important. And now we just got to go head-to-head competition. That's exciting as opposed to, these big invitational meets, completely different beast. So in terms of the men, and I'm sure Mackenzie will say the same for the women, it's just go head-to-head. It's we're not going to lie down and just hand that trophy off to someone. It's ours. We got to win. We've got to go after it and win it back.
Yeah, we've got to be comfortable being a little bit uncomfortable. I think both squads, speaking for the women specifically, are going to have to go put it out there, and I think that's going to require them rolling the dice and taking some risks early and backing it up. There's more talent on these teams than I think either of us have seen in a long time, so for us to be able to go out there and be confident and be a little bit cagey when it comes to the middle of the race, I think our men and women are going to be able to bring it home at the finishing straights.
I know, Mick, you've always said this is kind of the start of the season at this point. Do you feel like your athletes, both of you feel like your athletes have embraced that this year, that they see this as the time to start to shine, I guess?
Sure. I mean, the saying, Big Tens and beyond, but it's not just a saying. You have to believe it. And this is what we talked to our guys and gals about for the last 2 weeks. No one cares anymore about Nuttycombe. No one cares about the meets that we competed in earlier in the season. They're irrelevant now. We did a pretty good job at Nuttycombe on both sides. We got a ton of at-large points, but this is different. Now it's postseason. You train for this part of the year. You can't just say that. You have to mean it, and that's what we're telling our kids.
We've been waiting for November all year, so this is the only month that matters until we hit 2020. So,
Brian?
Mackenzie, what have you learned about Alicia Munson?
Oh my gosh, just what an incredible young woman she is. I think for her to have the experiences that she had last fall and the incredible performances, but to come back and still be hungry and still be humble. You know, confidence got shaken a little bit at the end of the spring, you know, dealt with some injury, but dealt with it like a champ, like someone that's got a long future in the sport, which is what she's got. I mean, you'll never meet a goofier, weirder, more down-to-earth woman on the planet, or someone that is as fearless and competitive. So it's been a real privilege to work with her this fall, and she surprised me. You know, I've trained a lot of really fantastic women, and no one that does it quite like Alicia does, which is pretty cool. Right.
I think, what,
She's kind of a weird kid, but in a great way.
Brian?
Do you agree with the assessment, Mick, of Alicia?
I mean, you know, kids at that level, at the very high level, there's something off about them. You have to be. It's
Sorry,
you know, they train so hard. They have this incredible ability to put, you know, adversity aside, and they roll with the punches. And so you got to be a little bit weird to be able to do that. Like, we talked to our kids over the weekend, like, they're all talking about Freak Fest. You know, the whole university, 42,000 kids are, you know, getting dressed up and doing that. Well, we're the freaks, you know, not the normal kids. You know, who's staying home? Who's going to bed at 9:30 on Freak Fest night, right? And getting up on Sunday morning and getting on a bus at 8 a.m. So you have to be a little strange to want to do that and to do it. So, yes.
And to coach them, right?
Wow.
Let's not get into that. Morgan?
Okay, I actually have two questions. So first is for Mick and the men's side. They're looking to win their 50th Big Ten title. How have you as a coach been able to kind of alleviate some of that pressure and just tune them in on simply training for Big Tens?
I mean, they come here to do that, right? When you look at these numbers, 50, we're going for our 50th championship. That's more than all the other schools combined. It speaks to volumes to our history. They're aware of that. That's why our athletes, you know, come to Wisconsin. You know, we try to have some fun with it this week. But they know what they have to do on come Sunday. They know that Purdue's a good team. Purdue have beaten us twice. Indiana's beaten us twice. I said earlier that we know all their athletes, and now it's a question of just let's go head to head against them, and that is pressure. But it's not something that they're not used to. We were in this situation before. Last year, obviously, having that 1-2 punch of Morgan and Ollie helped. But 2 years before that, up in Minnesota, we were really up against it and had a fantastic last kilometer from Tyson Meehee. So every single guy on our team has been in that situation before. And now it's just come out and respond to it.
And then for Mac on the women's side, so they haven't won in a decent amount of time. How hungry are they, and how does practice look going into the week? And then also, I know that you usually have phrases going into meets like Badger Pack. Do you have a different one going into Big Tens?
They're ravenous. And, you know, this is what they've been waiting for all year. This is what they've been training for all year. So I think, you know, there's some nerves. There's the pressure that Coach Byrne was talking about, but I think they're also just really ready to get on the starting line. We've got a wonderful mix heading to the meet between our savvy returners and some great young freshmen. I think everyone's bringing huge energy. Yeah, they want to be the team that gets the Big Ten trophy back to Madison. I mean, you know, again, it's the class of the NCAA competing at this meet on Sunday, but I think we feel like we've got the squad to go toe-to-toe with anyone in the country. In terms of kind of mantras, you know, no, it's we're gonna keep dancing with the boy that's taking us to prom. You know, we're gonna stick to our Badger Pack. We're gonna stick to forward together, and really just trying to get dialed in to what we've really started in August, working towards.